Hello. Learn the strategy of how to kill the giant, but I'm like, how about having the mindset to kill the giant? No, I don't want that. Just tell me the cool, quick move. No, yeah, that's like tips when you're there, but how can you even kill the giant if your mind isn't ready? And this is like old school 101, like, as I said, life, you know, we all want the 6 days to get shredded program, but no one wants to learn how to like eat well first. Now just give me the pill. Come on, give me the quick pill. We want the quickness. No, that's not how it works, man.
You hear people always saying like, hustle harder, grind more, all this, but a lot of those people are grinding the wrong way. And to kind of talk about the ladder that you were talking about, a lot of people will hit that grind and they'll work laterally. They're not moving up. They're doing this same thing across that same plane, and it's not helping them, not challenging them. And again, to bring back what you said, it's about the roadblock that you face.
Yes. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, we're here. Another day, another time in the team, the quarantine.
We are up. We are live. We are rocking
That's
and
the
rolling.
logo. What's going on?
I'm seeing you.
Look at you with your little, like,
your lower part there. You got it together.
What do you mean? Oh, yes. Yeah. I decided, hey, I think I should just be more than a fire symbol. And Jay, I feel like I should give people some of who I really am. Aaron, give me the energy. Where you at? What's going on? Talk to me.
I love it. Feeling good. JayJay, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Last week was the 1 month anniversary of the Work From Home Network TV, and today is just a celebration of that. Because last Friday was Good Friday, and we didn't want to take focus away from that. But we are celebrating all day today. It is a Good Friday indeed. 1 month of the Work From Home Network TV being up and running, and we've got some big projects that are coming up. We've got a project with coming up on Cinco de Mayo, and all of the press releases and all that stuff have been coming out on Billboard and
wow,
the Hollywood Reporter. But we are producing this project here, Altísimo Live. That's going to be happening on Cinco de Mayo. Here's the two hosts for the show, Eva Longoria and Enrique Santos will be hosting it. A lot of great talent are going to be there. But yeah, I'm stoked about it. You know, it's
when is that?
It's going to be on Cinco de Mayo,
which is when?
It's a Tuesday, about 2 weeks from now.
Okay, all right. So
yeah.
Are you gonna? Okay, great, man. That's great. People coming together, doing their thing, bringing the energy.
Yeah, so it's exciting, you know. Work From Home Network TV, kicking it off. This is Wingmen to Greatness, one of 11 shows that we're producing, and now we've got.
Are you doing 11 shows?
11 shows. We have our shows. We have our show, Wingmen to Greatness, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
Power Hour Live, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wingmen to Greatness. I'll throw up the schedule here. Wingmen to Greatness. That's our show, Power Hour Live. Let's Talk About It Live is on Tuesdays. Biscuits and Gravy, which is all about the movies and discussion on the movies. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And of course, Happy Hour on Friday. So those are 11 shows that we're producing. And then after this big event, Altissimo Live, after that event, we'll be launching some new shows in May, just like the regular networks and regular TV.
Exactly. We're here. The most important thing, we started from the beginning.
Yeah. So it's great, man. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to be here. Once again, I'm Aaron Smalls. I'm one of the co-hosts here of Wingmen to Greatness, and hanging out with me right over there, that is my buddy JayJay. JayJay, fill the people in on who you are.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm excited. We got the energy as usual. Jay from Australia, but live in LA, and I just been bringing the fun and bringing the moves globally.
Love it.
Time.
Gotta love that. JayJay,
what's going on today, Aaron? What's on your mind, Aaron?
I'm just thinking about how it's been out there in LA. I know it's been like rainy and gross out there. How's it? Is it like improved? Has it gotten better? How's it looking out there on the West Coast?
It's still got that kind of, where's the sun? There's no sun at the moment. It's still got a little bit miserable weather. But listen, your energy isn't depicted by the weather. It's depicted by your mind. Come on.
Yeah.
I know it helps. I know it does help, but like, if we let the weather control our mood every day, listen, that's, you're putting your energy and motivation into a mother nature, and she has her good days and she can have her bad days.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
We need to control our mood, figure out that way, how to get out of our head and fly and soar.
And soar. I love it.
Soar.
I love it. Yeah, man, things are good here in New York. New York is such a crazy place for a number of reasons, but I went for a run yesterday because I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, this is a barbecue that's happening. Body by quarantine. Like, I can see all the gains starting to disappear. I was like, I need to get outside and run a little bit. So put my mask on, went running, and as I went running, people in New York are too lazy to like sell things, or if they do sell them, like, people hate coming to pick them up because no one really has a car. So I went running, and I came across these 2 bar stools and a high top, and I was like, those bar stools and high top are in perfect condition. So finished my run, came back around, got my cart, came back and rolled it back to my apartment.
Yeah.
Got a tag on them. These bar stools are over $100 a piece.
Love it.
And they are in great condition. So wiped them down with my Lysol wipes. And got 2 brand new bar stools yesterday.
Love that, man.
Very, very exciting. New York's a weird place, but it's a great place.
All right. Next moment, like, guy's going to be knocking on your door going, yo, pay up. You're like, what are you talking about? They aren't just bar stools,
Yeah.
They're like another level. They're like, that was a test and you failed it, Aaron.
I did fail it because you know what? I needed some bar stools. The supply was there. So I demanded that they come back to my apartment. So that's how that
Exactly. I'm looking forward to sitting on them very soon, my friend.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping that we get some leniency here in the next month or two. I'm hoping that we get some leniency. PGA Tour announced that they're bringing golf back in mid-June. They're going to get the PGA Tour going. I mean, they're not going to have fans in the stands, but they're still going to bring it back and give us some kind of so I thought that was fascinating. We'll see if that happens.
Look, there's a lot of dates of when things are going to open, when things are going to be back. But all that matters now is like, look, listen, we've got to do something. We've got to try something, because I think a lot of people, Aaron, right now are, I think sometimes they want to wake up and it's a dream. I'm not talking to some people that I'm coaching at the moment. There's a kind of an energy behind. They sort of don't want to sit in what's going on or be present. And we've spoken about this. And I think the hard truth right now, everybody, is it will never go back to how it was, right? It's just not going to be like, well, everyone is just going to go. It's not like that. There's going to be a whole dynamic shift from everyone's energies, from how things operate, who's in business, who's not in business, how people are thinking. So, we've just got to now armor up, skill up. So we're ready to go to the new world, as I'm calling it. Like, you are the old world now. That's why, I'm sharing with everybody, it doesn't really matter what you used to do. Like, that's a different world. Like, if we all got taken on Richard Branson's new jet to another planet, would you go, oh, hey, I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I did when I was on Earth? No, you're going to basically restart. You're basically going to start again. You might go, you know what? I'm completely not going to do what I used to do, or I'm going to completely change it all up. And guess what? We've had a whole energy shift now, so you can change it all up. You can be anyone you want. Like, no one can ever say to you, well, is that really what you do? It's different now. You literally can just completely change energies and change your style and whatever you want to do. But it's up to you to make that decision. But don't get caught, guys, on it's going to go back. It's not. It's literally not. People don't even know. And there's no one's got – the problem is no one has any – there's not one person that can say this is the answer, because no one knows. We're just waiting. Every day, everyone's waiting for a little bit of other understanding of knowledge. But the thing that we can do right now is not wait for the knowledge. Okay, what can I do now? Can I work on me? Can I skill up in some way? What things do I need to learn now, so when we go back to the new world, I'm going to have the advantage? And one of the ways is having people in your corner like Aaron, like JayJay, like giving you some insight of like, okay, now it's time to think. A lot of people were given this, not the silver spoon, but a lot of people were given everything maybe they have needed in the past. They were given a paycheck, and they were given a place to be, and they were given a sense of belonging and a direction. Now you're like this, but that's very powerful, because now you can go, I have the power to roll the dice, and I choose the outcome of what the dice is. That's power.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that. And moving forward with our show, as our show gets bigger and grander, and the wings get put on it, and we really start to soar with this thing. Coming up after this intro bit, this is where we would move into our style bit, talking about fashion and hair and how to look as good as we look. So this is just my plug-in for the future of where that segment's gonna go.
Look at you putting it together, baby. Let's go.
Just for future reference. So GQ, Men's Health, this is for you guys. This section right here. This is where we talk about your products, your clothes. Fashion Nova for men even. I don't know what's out there, but we're coming for you. And it would be in this section right here. Anyway, skipping ahead. Let's jump right
what the hell? I thought you were going to drop something.
No,
I'm like, you got to be engaged.
I'm not dropping anything. That was just the plug. I felt good. I felt prepared. I got my birds ready to soar on my shirt. Your hair looks perfect as always. So you know what? I figured that was the drop in right there of where that's going to be.
You're just going to use it to cut in. All right, I get you. You could have said this a little bit. You did prep me. I was like tuned in, and you know what happened? You failed twice, Aaron. 3 times, you're out. It's just going to be the wingman to Jay's greatness.
Oh, that's
all right, let's tell the people where we're at right now. What are we chatting about today?
Well, today we are getting into a very difficult topic. I think it's very hard for people to do it, but it's about being yourself. Today we are talking about authenticity and being your true self. Why it's important, how to do that. So JayJay, kick us off, man. Authenticity. Talk to me about it. What does that mean to you?
Authenticity, my friends, is completely being present of who you are and owning that, and not allowing other people to change that because we feel like we need to. And when you get to a state where you're very comfortable in your own skin, and you're in a state where you are completely competent in your abilities with things that you're doing, You don't need to put on a different hat to impress somebody. You can just sit in you, share, and they like it, great. They don't like it, great. Because all that matters to you is you can feel here and you're like, well, I am being who I am. And that's an amazing feeling.
It is an amazing feeling. It really is. And when you talk to me about this topic for the show today, I was really thinking about it. And for me as a person, I try a lot of the time to be very level, very easygoing, and just kind of go with the flow is usually how I am. And when I do that, it's good a lot of the time. But I started, as of lately, I started to compare it to acting, right? And with acting, you have to make strong choices for your scene partner. You have to make those bold, strong choices for your scene partner to give them something to react to. And so I made that application for my own personal life. If I'm very level and even all the time and I'm very go with the flow, I'm not giving very strong offers to my scene partners in life to be able to make those decisions. So it comes down to the fact that I was thinking about it. And when we talk about authenticity and being your true self, it's okay to be you and put those offers out there. It then comes back to the other person on how they receive those offers and how they react to them. It's about, it's just like people and words and free speech. Yes, free speech is a thing. It exists. You can say what you want, but that does not mean that you're going to be free from the consequences of your speech. So I really started to think about that with authenticity and being your true self. And there's nothing wrong with going with the flow, but there's also something to be said about being you and speaking up and being able to present to the scene partners in your life, whether it's your friends, your family, your coworkers, a authenticity that is, I want to say, not negative. I wouldn't present it negatively, but I would present it in a way that allows them to make that choice of how they want to react. If that all makes sense.
No, I love that. No, it's really being at the place where, as you said, like you are open-hearted to the other person, right? And they can feel it as well. That's the one big thing about authenticity. People just know when you're being you. And it's a very throwaway word, like just be you. Yeah, but there's a way that you need to be you. And a lot of people don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like the whole, like, yeah, just be you. Great. I understand that. But a lot, that's very surface level. It's like, we just go, like when someone says, what's the secret to success? Well, do what you love. Well, hang on a second. People don't even know what they like. So how are they going to know what they love? So the same thing, like if you're going to say someone, just be you, right? Well, let's find out, who are you? You know, have you even gone into yourself? And this is the time when you can do it. Like, what do you care for? What is important to you? What isn't important to you?
Yeah.
And when the other thing with being authentic too, I think, Aaron, is that a lot of people can't be themselves. It's not because they don't want to be. I think everyone wants to be their true self, but a lot of people, they are guarded by other people attacking them from what they say. The fear of, they think they're going to die. And people always ask me all the time, like, Jay, how are you so authentic? Like, how can you just, you have this presence, you know, Aaron, you've got this presence. It's like, it's not because I've got a presence. It's because I have found my core a long time ago, because I've just had the experiences that I've been in positions traveling around the world where you can't be anything else but yourself.
Yeah.
So because I've been put in the deep end, not even in the deep end, if you aren't, like, what else are you going to be? Like, you're by yourself in a country looking for something to eat. Like, what am I going to fake it? Who am I going to impress? Like, there's no need to like lie right now. So it's like learning that you can be yourself, right? Be in these situations, and you're not going to die, and no one's going to hurt you, especially if you approach it right and you know the right times to jump in and what to say sometimes. But like when people can be completely in their own skin, dude, it's magic. You know when to say no, you know what's important, you know what your values are. And then the big thing for me is you can feel it. Like I can go to sleep every night with a good heart. I can get up and I go, hey, I know I'm being me. I'm being like authentically, I know what I care for and what makes me come alive. And I'm doing these things. And it's the moment, it's like that gut thing, what we talked about recently, Aaron. The moment when you start to divert off your true authentic self is the moment when things don't start to like this. Yeah. And I felt that multiple times when I do something because I have a different set of glasses on. Like I want this deal, or I really want to impress this person because of whatever reason. And I keep getting clash. I keep getting this kind of like block. Like I can push through it because, you can really persist. But like, I don't know, man. You know what? I just don't feel like this isn't feeling good. I'm not being authentically who I'm supposed to be here. Like, what am I doing? And that takes a lot for someone to understand because they realize that there's only one way. And it might take you a little bit of time to have to wait it out a little bit. But you know what the great thing is? Imagine if you keep doing your steps in life, going to your greatness, and the whole time you've been who you are, who you're meant to be, not what everyone else says you should be. And I think, Aaron, the big problem that some people face, and I'd say even celebrities, let's use celebrities as an example, they feel like they have to wear a different hat, but then in person, that's not who they are. And I understand it's challenging sometimes because you have a fan base and you have people that, that expect a bit of you. But for me, I'm just happy. And I think, Aaron, that, you're authentic as well. Like we're at a place where we can start from a place of who we are. So you can move up rather than having to start here as someone you're not. And then it's very challenging to change that,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really about those masks. I mean, we wear masks all the time, sure. But with what we do, especially with hosting, I think that's why we found so much success. And the people that I know that are successful hosts, whether it's in a live arena or on TV, I feel like they find their success because they are authentically them. They don't try and put on a stage voice like they're on the radio. They don't try and present themselves a certain way. Sure, there's some more articulation in our voice, and our tone is different, and our posturing is a little bit differently. But overall, it's just us being us. Like what you get is us just on a stage, and within seconds, which is why I love hosting, is why it's my passion, it's my gift, it's what I want to do with my life and what I am doing with my life. But it's the power that we get as hosts to walk out on a stage and within a matter of seconds be able to control an audience and have them in the palm of our hand and to have them trust us to do what we ask them to do. And that's because they can feel how authentic we are. Because you know it. You've been to shows where you can see, I'm not going to knock cruise directors, but there's some cruise directors out there, to use as an example, that they're just so cheesy and corny. And it's just like, this is a fun show, but you don't know the person. You don't know that person.
Yeah. We want to know you, Yeah. We want to know you. And now, especially with social media and as you know, Aaron, like all these girls on Instagram, let's give, they have this perfect picture life. But I'm loving seeing the posts now that girls are going, hey, like I saw a girl's post yesterday, how she's, extremely beautiful visually beautiful, right? To what media says visually beautiful is. But but then you slide across and it's a photo of her, like definitely not the first photo, in no good lighting. She probably just had some food that made her quite bloated, and I think that was on purpose. But I was like, yeah, it's good for us to keep pushing this kind of image, right? To get people to go, yo, okay. Now, before I forget though, that doesn't mean, because I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm just going to start owning it and just telling people exactly how I feel. And it's like, well, hang on a second. That doesn't mean you can just completely go off. Like, being authentic doesn't mean just go in the opposite direction. You have to start working on this muscle, being authentic. Because if you've never even sat in your own skin before in different situations, how will you know what authenticity is? Like that, as I said, like that doesn't mean that, okay, great, now that, you normally are a yes man. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. Now you go, no, like stuff you. Well, no, hang on a second. What do you feel right now? And so when I meet people, when I coach people, you know what I love doing? I love when I see someone answering a question, right? And this is me, I'm my big fat mouth. And I'm looking at them and they're like, I'm thinking they're not being authentic. Like, I know what they're trying to say, but they're being fake. And I think the other person can feel it, but I'm the one who's going to say, hey, what do you really mean? No, yeah. What? Speak up. It's okay. Like, I want to be the protector right now, because I know that a lot of people may not know how to articulate what they're trying to say in a conversation where someone else's emotions could attack them.
Yeah.
Because, the interesting thing, Aaron, is a buddy of mine started an app called Secret, SER, Secret. It was like .co or .app, but this is a while ago. And basically, he made a forum where there were no names, there were no personal information. It was anonymous. Like, it was a very Matrix-looking chat thing, but that's what was the selling point. And people would ask questions, and he would ask questions of the day, and you could comment, but no one would know who you are, where you are. Like, so people completely opened up. It got so much traction because everyone for once was completely in a safe environment to share. And I was like, that's fascinating. Like, and it was hard questions. God, Donald Trump, abortion, questions that would evoke a lot of emotion, a lot of traction. And no, I'm like, please, I'm scrolling it. And it's amazing because you don't know who they are, obviously it's more interesting. It's like a secret, like you tell your friend a secret. But I'm like, okay, how can we take that and bring it back a little bit and put it in our own life? And the way that I can help people, and we can help people right now, Aaron, is the next time that you don't feel like you want to share, or next time you want to share something, right, to someone, and you start speaking, you realize this is not exactly how I feel. You need to catch yourself out of the lie, because you're lying to yourself. You don't mean that. Then why are you saying it? You're not saying it because you want to lie to the person. You're saying that because, you probably care about what they think of you, or you care about what they're going to say back to you, or you don't want to hurt their feelings. I get that. But let me tell you something which people don't forget. If you can understand how to, instead of coming at it like this, there is a way. There's different lines. There's different ways how to deliver, how to be more the super you. And the first way to do that is actually start getting it out. There's no right way. You just have to go, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. And you realize you won't die, because we're worried that we're going to get hurt, because our body wants us to protect us. Our body is an amazing thing, but it's a terrible thing. It wants us to protect us.
So you brought something up, and I want to ask you about it, and the people at home too. I'm curious about their opinion on this. When you talk about authenticity, and I mentioned the masks, and you mentioned Instagram, do you think we're being trained to only like seeing the mask?
Look at you going deep today. Yes. Yes, we are. It's, I think this is not Instagram, this is general, because, you do your own research onto this, but we want to see the pretty. We want to see the dream a little bit. We still want to live in the fantasy world. And the fantasy world is that, Now, this is why it's super important, though, that there are now movements online and around the world that show people, hey, there is something else here. This is there's another side behind this. But it's hard because at the end of the day, people can share it, and I'm the same too. Like, I've had comments that, Jay, you need to be more authentic, or people want to, you feel like you got it so put together, and there's a way I would respond to that, and I get what they mean, but it's hard sometimes because, well, then what's the other option here? Do we put up only bad stuff and only one good photo? Like, where is the line with it? But I think you can't decide on how people are going to think. But people need to learn for themselves. But it's good for us to share. And I know that we're going around in circles with that, Aaron, a little bit, but that's a big one, because, like, if we all stripped away, if we did like a thing called The Purge, right? The Purge, the movie The Purge, where every one day a year, there's no rules. If we said, hey, for 1 month a year, it's all everyone has to just reveal everything. It would be like what's going on right now. It would mentally shock everybody.
That sounds like a great. Maybe it's out there already, but that sounds like a great movie. Like a movie where something happens, and everyone has to be completely honest. Like, they say everything, like there's no filter. Like, the words just come right out of your mouth. I think that would be quite an interesting film. I think there would be a lot of conflict that happened there. But yeah. I think authenticity, that's something we could talk on for quite some time. And that's what we were talking about today in the show, authenticity and being your true self. So in a normal Wingman to Greatness fashion, JayJay, I'm going to throw it to you to kind of give us a summary and to hit some of those bullet points for the people at home. So I'm going to throw it to you, JayJay.
All right, everybody. So when you're achieving your goals, when you're reaching your dreams, when you're going like this, one of the best ways to get there is really to be your inner self, your true self, your authentic self. And the reason why you want to be in your own skin, you want to be who you are, you want to say who you are, because you're going to have complete transparency in you, and people are going to feel that, so you can fly like this.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Well, once again, everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Wingmen to Greatness. If you have friends, family, co-workers, any of that just want to get into the discussion and get these little pieces of information that will help inspire you, motivate you, encourage you, empower you, support you, please send it their way. Share it, like it, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff to us here at Wingmen to Greatness. This is one of many shows that we have on Work From Home Network TV, and just a couple shows that we have coming up. Just a quick reminder for you guys. I'll throw this up here for you. There's all of our anchor shows that we have. Power Our Lives coming up after this. Later on, we have Biscuits and Gravy. And then because today is Friday, we've got Happy Hour kicking off at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be a special day, so make sure you come join us. Down there at the bottom, you'll see a couple other events that are coming up this weekend of what you guys can tune into. But for now, this has been Wingmen to Greatness. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, my name is Aaron Smalls, and that is my buddy JayJay.